Starts, as our sources tell us, November 5th, 1988, in Delhi. Pretty ordinary family background, actually.
Right, his father, Prem Kohli, a criminal lawyer. His mother, Saroj Kohli, a
Yeah.
homemaker. And he had two older siblings, too.
Yes, Vikas and Pawana. And what really stands out, even from way back then, was this intensity. Sources describe him as incredibly stubborn, very passionate from a young age, gets into cricket at just 9 years old, joins the West Delhi Cricket Academy. And the dedication, it sounds almost unreal. Practicing for hours, coaches apparently had to, drag him off the field.
And that's fascinating, isn't it? That stubbornness, that passion you mentioned. It's like you can see the seeds of the drive that defined his career right there.
Exactly.
It really makes you think, how much of that is just innate? How much does that early determination set someone up to become a champion later on?
Well, that determination faced an unbelievable test. A truly defining and heartbreaking moment came when Virat was just 18.
Yeah, the loss of his father.
His father passed away suddenly in 2006, a brain stroke. Devastating for the family, naturally. But, and this is just incredible, the very next day.
The next day.
The very next day. Despite that huge personal loss, he goes out to play for the Delhi Ranji team. And he scores 90 runs.
Wow.
One source puts it really powerfully. This wasn't just runs, it was a son's promise to his father. And it adds, that day, India found a true fighter.
That is quite something. You see how the sources frame this, not just as, a tragedy, but as the actual moment. The crucible, really, where that commitment was forged.
Absolutely.
It speaks volumes about how these profound personal sacrifices can shape your whole path, your purpose, turning grief into fuel almost.
And it seems like from that point on, he just didn't look back. His rise was incredibly fast.
Right, the Under-19 World Cup win in 2008, leading the team.
And his international debut the same year, then that first big international score, 107 against Sri Lanka in an ODI. He quickly became a core part of the senior team under MS Dhoni.
Part of that 2011 World Cup winning squad. A huge moment.
Huge. Then fast forward to 2014, Dhoni retires from Test cricket, and suddenly Virat's the captain. And there was a lot of doubt then.
Oh, yeah, people were skeptical.
Loads of talk, he's just a batsman. Can he really handle captaincy? But he just seemed to absorb that criticism and turn it into strength. Took India to #1 in the Test rankings.
Which is incredible. And it's a pattern, isn't it? Defying expectations. The sources really paint a picture of someone who takes that external doubt and somehow converts it into this intense internal drive. It really shows how leadership strength can emerge right when you're facing down your critics, using it as motivation.
And his impact went way beyond just runs or wins. His whole style, that aggressive attitude on the field, the focus on fitness, the raw passion, it was infectious.
Definitely.
Sources say he inspired millions, especially young people, with his dedication to fitness. He brought this whole new energy to the Indian team.
That's such a key point the sources bring up.
Yeah.
His personal fitness journey wasn't just about him getting better. It triggered a wider cultural shift.
Right.
Within the team, yeah, but also among young athletes everywhere. He basically raised the bar for what commitment looked like.
So moving away from the field for a moment, his personal life seems incredibly important too, particularly his relationship with Anushka Sharma.
The actress, yeah.
They met back in 2013, apparently during a shampoo ad shoot, of all things. Started as friends, then it became love. And they faced a ton of public scrutiny, didn't they?
Oh, immense pressure.
Yeah.
Trolls, gossip.
But the sources emphasize how he always stood by her. They had that very private wedding in Italy, in Tuscany, back in 2017.
Which then became huge news, of course.
Absolutely. And he consistently calls her his strength. Now they have their daughter, Vamika, born in 2021, and their son, just born in 2024.
And it highlights something important, doesn't it? The role of that strong personal foundation, that unwavering support system, especially when you're living under that kind of intense spotlight in such a demanding career. It's like an anchor.
Definitely an anchor. And his influence, it really does stretch beyond cricket. Our sources detail his business ventures, brand endorsements, obviously, but also starting a gym chain, opening a restaurant. He's become this massive fitness icon.
Building a whole brand around himself.
Exactly. But what's interesting is, despite all that success, the sources consistently point out he hasn't forgotten where he came from. He talks a lot in interviews about his struggles, about his father's dream, his family's hard work being his real inspiration.
That's quite a balancing act, building this multifaceted career, this huge brand, but staying grounded in those core values, those initial inspirations.
Yeah.
It shows this blend of, ambition, but also humility, expanding outwards without losing touch with the roots.
And speaking of ambition, The records. The cricketing achievements are just staggering. Fastest to 8,000, 9,000, 10,000, 11,000, and 12,000 runs in ODIs.
Just relentless run scoring.
And then the big one, first player ever to hit